doing? It is April 17th. Welcome to this edition of the Shattering. I am Chris Lotus, joined along with
Siren Richardson.
And Pancakesauce.
Yep, you heard that. You heard that right. That third voice was not me doing any impressions, despite the fact the same person was the one that made me do an Iori impression last time. We got ourselves a guest.
Yeah, you got
Pancakesauce. I have to make sure I don't say syrup, but I keep saying what makes sense. It's pancake sauce. Pancake sauce, not syrup. Make sure I get that in my head. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So I just opened the podcast, right? And
Right.
I'm looking at the, all of our added cards and stuff. That's all I
Wow.
can to my added card.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Introduce yourself there. Pancake sauce. Like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm not super like delved into the KOF or very many I'm not really into too many fighting games, but I'm here on the podcast today to kind of have an insight from someone who doesn't know much about the whole series or any information on that. I myself, I play like more paper, like multiplayer shooter games, stuff like that. Story games, Sekiro.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm short too. That's why it's
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I'm over here kind of like looking a bit awkward because I do not think that it's streaming on my. I don't see it on live feed.
I didn't see it on yours.
I see it on Sirens, but not mine. Siren about to get a bunch of subs because I watched something.
Let's see here.
Let me see if I can fix that on my end. You two chat it up. I'm gonna see if I can hash this out.
All right.
Be right back.
So Sharmy.
Yeah. Well, let's wait for Chris to get back on that one. So basically, Pancake here, as he said, is one of the. It's not super into fighting games, but he's played a little bit of like KOF and a little bit of Smash Bros. And tell us a bit about your mains.
I made my Shattering. Originally it was a joke, but then I kind of fell in love with like her moveset and her moveset, and
Yeah. And then he's got his other main.
I do.
It's
It's Smash Bros.
No. Okay, I meant. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of fire?
Oh, ice. Cool, yeah. Cool.
But yeah, he isn't, super involved with fighting games or anything, but I think taught him enough, I guess, to get an idea of how they kind of like work a little bit and how to, and kind of how they feel.
I definitely have like a feel for these.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he lost his controller, so he haven't really had a chance to do any of that stuff. But he seems to like 13 quite a bit, as but yeah. What else we got here? We didn't come prepared for technical difficulties, but hey, they happen. So, let's. What do you like about KOF?
So with a little bit of 13 and a little bit of 14, right? That was the other one.
Yeah.
That I've played. I'm a huge fan of the sprites mainly in 13. I'm just not but a lot of it is just the characters are so likable, and I mean it's great.
All right.
Alright, I'm back. If you're just tuning in on our side over here, pardon me there, because I'm pretty sure they were talking about Smash over there.
No,
And
we weren't.
by the
But
way, hello to all of you in Siren's chat there. Nice to see you. I'm glad you all joined up with us. It seems the issue is taken care of, so awkward as it might sound, I guess. I guess for my end there, for those of you who are just tuning in, or those watching the VOD, I'll just do the intro again, because why not?
all right.
Like I said, this is the 6th edition, right?
Yeah.
Number 6?
Episode 6.
I want to see why I was jumping around when we had episode number 5, because 5 is one of my favorite numbers. But, as you can hear, I am Chris Lotus, of course. This is the Shattering, and I'm joined along with Siren, and we got a guest this time.
I'm Pancakesauce.
Didn't realize he was in the chat last time. I was like, until Siren invited him to the Discord, like, oh, I'm gonna bring my cousin in, and I was like, wait a minute, Pancakesauce.
Yeah.
That was the guy in the chat.
So yeah, with yesterday's episode of Shattering.
Not yesterday, but last one. But yeah.
You're gonna have us looking like, wait a minute, hold up, where, like, yesterday's episode, like, where does come from? Y'all don't tell us about this. Where's this?
the secret hidden version of the Shattering.
Secret hidden boss episode.
You need to complete Shen's combos in 13. His trials
The
to
Orochi Shattering.
the Orochi Shattering.
I was gonna antagonize Siren with a little bit of Hua slander.
Hua slander.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that
And
boy.
then you read my name out loud, and I was like, oh man.
My bad. My bad.
Oh no, no, it's fine. But, yeah.
I'm good. I'm all person getting punchlines and whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Siren has to get some of it in, because I don't know if they're in the chat yet, but one of my faithful viewers, shout outs to Suichi there, keep getting on my case, because I mean, on one hand I get it. I keep promising that I will not make fun or insult Shune again, but I promise you, every time we go to something else, it keeps coming back to him. Just like in the video, like which of course we're going to get to, as is customary, we're going to talk about Shermie this week. But I do not work at SNK, okay? I did not implore them to like have them. Suichi, I'm laughing right now because Suichi popped up in the chat. But just so you know, because he was like, oh yeah, you said you weren't going to make fun of him again. I'm like, I did not tell SNK, hey, you know that busty, big, like sexy redhead grappler or whatever, then could y'all have her throw Shune's half red, half blue, half whatever that style is, I forgot the name of it. Throw him around, please. Like, throw him around. Please, like, do that. I swear. They picked that, not me. Because he gets on my case every time. I'm pretty sure Suichi has a board somewhere tallying. Okay, every time you keep saying you're not going to make fun of him, so every time you do it, I'm going to tally it. But I'm going to be serious this time around. I'm going to try not to. You know what? Instead of, like, if we ever come back around talking about Shune again, what I'm going to do is gonna say something nice instead. Like if I'm about to say, let's say for instance, man, freaking like instead of saying Shune's fashion sense is so trashy, I'm gonna freaking stop myself. Like, you know, Shune's fashion sense is very unique.
It's unique, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
All
Yeah,
right.
He's
This
like
guy.
a fashionista deku.
Yeah.
I know what you were. I know what you're talking about, Shuichi. Hey, I appreciate your message. Like it's fun though. But you're right, it didn't last a week. But hey, I mean, like I said, I'm just telling you, I did not tell SNK to make Shune a punching bag for freaking Shermie and the freaking, let's basically call it chemical clutch there. I'm jumping ahead.
They kind of brought it upon
But all
themselves.
of you in the chat right here, since you all in the chat, just like hey Jose, everybody, all my usual viewers here, say hello to. I'm surprised nobody. They probably saw it, but they probably aren't talking about it right now. Say hello to Pancakesauce, please. Welcome to Pancakesauce to the Shattering.
Yeah.
A sentence that I never thought I would ever say, but here we are.
I'm here.
We'll bring in the pancake sauce to Dairy Queen.
Dairy
The Dairy Queen.
I didn't know. I just realized. I think we did this last week too. We sometimes get into bouts of talking about food randomly on here.
Yeah, I don't know how that keeps happening.
I think Siren was telling me about a burger place over like I guess like nearby him or something. Because I mentioned Dairy Queen, and I was just gonna tell you, and this is because of one channel I watch covers like interesting weird facts and all that. I think it's over in China. I think somewhere there's a knockoff of Dairy Queen, and it's called Dairy Fairy. I kid you not.
Wow. Dairy Fairy.
It sounds like something like if you leave your tooth under your pillow, the dairy fairy will come and hide for you.
Jose in the chat is like, all right, so where's the pancakes?
He's standing on the table.
Right, speaking of,
Yeah.
I hope you washed your
speaking
feet
of
before you got up
pancakes,
there.
then I'm pretty sure.
I watch my feet, don't worry.
Alright, good.
Oh snap! Oh my god! Speaking of pancake sauce, batter, whatever you want to talk about it, y'all thought the word thickness was thrown around when King's trailer came out. That got beaten really fast. Now, to avoid another 5 minutes of me simping, I'm gonna let Siren and Pancake. I'm gonna just start calling it Pancake.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna let them talk about Shermie first.
Okay.
What'd y'all think of the trailer?
Uh-oh, I didn't put my thing on loop. Uh-oh. Y'all saw my recommended
Tell me
for
you-
a second there.
You forgot to put it on loop. Don't tell me you snuck me watching the Shermie trailer again. You watching it again.
Anyways.
I watched Maximilian react to it. Earlier, and he was like, "You know what? I gotta watch that again." Love Maximilian, but go ahead.
So we got the lady, the part of the hacky shoe.
Lady herself.
Yeah, the one and only character that my co-host here, of course, quite enjoys. So
Yeah, something that I noticed right away, like when looking back on the trailer, is she's like suplexing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine that could be like maybe a part of like or something like a grab.
I mean, I think it's like a.
grab lot and like we.
Oh,
Good.
sorry. No, never mind.
Good.
But I think it's a pretty interesting character. Like a lot of her movements when you're looking at like what she's doing in the trailer is very like acrobatic, all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, voice
and
crack.
It's. You got some Shermie? I mean, you got some. Let's cook up.
That's me. Uh-huh.
His character doesn't even have red hair.
Yeah. And you can see my eyes too.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, Shermie is back from the dead. She's got nothing electric yet. Well, not yet. I wouldn't say yet because I don't know if she's gonna get any electric stuff. Let's be honest here.
Does she mostly have like electric powers?
Her
So-
Orochi form does.
Yeah.
Oh.
So her and it was another character that was revealed a couple of weeks ago, Yashihiro, like the guy with the red, like shorter than a shirt, but I guess too long to be too much to be considered a vest or whatever. Yashiro with the white hair, the two of them and not me, Chris. They're all a group. They were called the New Faces, and they're also a band. And on top of that, they basically have. There's a secret character version of all three of them where they basically have their Orochi forms, which are drastically different from their regular forms. Because Yashiro, his base, like his regular Yashiro, is okay, but I like Orochi Yashiro because he just like command grabs all over the place. He does one where he's legit slinging you back and forth, like Hulk did Loki in the Avengers movie. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love that. But that's basically that like with Shermie, like her Orochi form actually plays into the element that her rival has, which is Benimaru, because look at her interview and she asks, oh, who do you want to fight the most? She's like, Mizya Mikado, Benimaru, who's another lightning guy, so she has her lightning powers too. However, if they're gonna bring it in here, could we please not have it to where the lightning can strike Shermie herself, please? Can we not? Can we not?
That
And
would
yes,
not be right.
and yes, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure Siren might have shown you something in 2002 Ultimate Match. The lightning that she can summon, like with this one particular super, it can strike and it will hurt her herself. It's a gamble.
I've barely played any Shermie, so I don't know. I don't really know that one fully, but I have a feeling. Is it like the super when you're at like really low health?
Yeah, the HDSM. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Wait,
you
you can only do it when you're at low?
the one where I mentioned the lightning possibly striking Shermie herself, that's what that's called, is HDSM.
It's- Yeah, it's basically.
2002 I do.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna explain it to him. It's basically with those kind of supers, you have 30% health left, and you have to have at least 3 bars a meter, and then you can do the super that does about 30 to 40% damage to the opponent.
That must have been horrible, because if you have to be at low health to do it, and then you get hit by your own attack, that's kind of
Exactly. That's why I hate it. I mean, there's a chance it might get somebody else though, but like, do you really want to gamble on that? You see, Pancake was looking at the numbers. Dude was like, wait a minute, hold up, you're in low health and you're about to risk getting struck by your own lightning? What's the matter with you?
And with Yashiro, he's like in a masculine crop top. That's what I would place this weird shirt thing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like his Orochi form. Like, his Orochi form is like Command Throw City, and I just like that though.
I like
And-
Chris's
But I guess you're right.
Orochi one. Not this one. Not this guy. The other one. Orochi
His is
guy.
You make me one of the heads of the freaking Orochi serpent. Chris's is unique in the fact that you can actually, turn into Orochi Chris by playing normal Chris. It's just, I mean, he has the same thing with this your 30% threshold or whatever, the HDSM, HSD. I keep getting it wrong. I'm pretty sure.
If you play as Orochi Chris, he turns into Orochi as his like super, and he does that. I think it's called Return to Cinder. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, but like you play Chris, then you use that, the level 3 there. He can turn into Orochi Chris in the match.
Yeah.
Like right there, which is pretty freaking unique. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the lightning will fall where correspondent lies when you hit the characters right, left, or right application.
Yeah, I think that's about it though. But it's just, I just didn't like the fact that Shermie could get hit by it. But I mean, that is the life of an Orochi, I suppose. Then high risk, high reward. Jose in the chat says Orochi forms are based on Super Saiyan forms with the color red.
Is that what that's supposed to be? I don't know. I've never watched Dragon Ball.
I can agree with. I get what he's trying to say there. I get what he's trying to say. Even though I actually haven't been watching Super like that. I watch Dragon Ball like when it was Z and stuff like that. I watch Dragon Ball, but I haven't watched a lot of Super personally. But so yeah, I'm not going to sit here for another 5 minutes. Then there's a video of that. You can just go on my channel and watch me react to the trailer. But with that being said, there is another move in the trailer that I also didn't see, and that was actually two. Now I think about it. One was her counter, where basically in 2002 she would basically fold her arms and kind of lean forward, kind of like looking cutesy or whatever. That's a counter.
Huh.
I didn't see that in the trailer. I didn't see her dodge, where basically she kind of strokes her hair, and like it's a dodge, and you can follow it up with an attack which just makes this little kick. I didn't see that either. So, because I had pointed out we didn't see the busty suplex, and that is what it's called. I'm not making it up. I'm not making that up. You can you can fire up 2002 right now and look for yourself, and that is what it's called. But I mean, hey, but at the same time, like busty suplex is a command normal, so it might be in there. Plus, I mean, it's not really even safe on block. You do it raw, you're gonna get punished. You're gonna suffer a punish. And the other ones, like somebody on Event Hubs actually brought up a good point, saying that maybe the dodges were a little too old school, and they kind of wanted Sherman to feel a lot more fresh, like as far as gameplay style. And speaking of, since I heard Pancake talking about animations, I mentioned this in my video, and I just want to know your thoughts on the Siren. One thing that I've heard about when it comes to KOL 15 trailers, one criticism I've seen here and there is a lot of the animations look a bit stiff and rough, like they're not polished yet. But it's like, when I watch Chermy's trailer, and it's not just one other character, but all the suplexes, the acrobatic moves, like SNK... Like SNK, exactly. Like I feel like SNK really took their time with her. They took their time.
The only character I think looked a little stiff was Terry.
Terry.
And only really with the stiffness was like CD and his aerial CD.
And yes, she can, Fabio. Look it up. She can be by her own lightning. Look it up.
And
But
then, yeah, his CD looked a little stiff. That's kind of it,
the
though.
only thing that Terry I just kind of didn't like was, and maybe this is just me being into this series for so long, you're used to Terry yelling out all the attacks. Like everything he does, he's yelling them. It's like a couple of moves, he kind of seemed like he's mellowed down some. But I mean, it's overall, I mean, come on. At least, Terry is still Terry.
Yeah.
The blonde American man there.
Super blondie.
I actually didn't know until I started doing research for a video that I'm working on that they integrated his love for basketball, despite the fact, I mean, he's like, wait a minute, I thought he wears a baseball cap. I'm like, well, they say his forte is basketball. They integrated that into the names of some of the moves from Power Dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Power Dunk. There was another move too that was like an allusion to him loving basketball. I forgot what it was. It was Power Dunk and another move that alluded to Terry's love for basketball.
I don't know. It's not Power Charge. It's not Quick Knuckles. Or Quick Burn. I forget what it's called. He has a 2002 UN. Maybe, I don't know.
I almost want to say it has the word slam in it.
I have no idea.
I know Power Dunk is one of them. But, crack shoot. Because you shoot the ball. Crack shoot. There we go.
Is crack shoot a basketball reference?
You shoot the ball. You shoot a ball. You shoot the ball.
Yeah, they're like shooters. Like they're like shooters, and I don't know. That's what they're
But I do think Power Dunk is actually a lot more direct.
Yeah.
Jose in chat says, animations KOF could use some more work, but I'm sure it won't end up like NetherRealm's botchy animations in Mortal Kombat games. The animations in Mortal Kombat are good. The thing that's wrong with Mortal Kombat 11, if you ask me, is just ranked. Not the netcode itself, because the netcode is good, but ranked is awful. Because unless somebody has the trashiest connection, you can't quit the match. And it's like, it might seem like somebody might have a 5-bar connection when you link up, but especially if they're on Wi-Fi, especially in this game where you can put the ping, like the clock, the connection screen, you could put that, like the numbers will be there like at the very bottom, so you'll know like what the ping is. And sometimes the ping will shoot up way high mid-match, and he's like, wait a minute, hold up, I thought you had a 5-bar connection. Oh, I forgot, they're on Wi-Fi. Bad Wi-Fi. So it's like, that's the reason why I stopped playing Mortal Kombat 11. It's like, rank was just awful. There you go. I promise I wasn't into that negativity, but hey, at least I steered from the other target. I'm not gonna say it. Suichi. They kind of copied Kyo's original team power. Yashiro is Daimon, Shermie, Benimaru, and not me, Chris Kyo. Interestingly, I found out, and I'm giving away so much stuff for this video series I'm working on. I actually learned, I forgot the name of it, but they got inspired, like with the team composition for Team Japan. They actually got inspired by an anime. A lot of SNK stuff is very much inspired by anime and manga.
Yeah.
I mean, because think about it, Blue Mary.
Kung Fu
Blue Mary modeled after?
Android something, I think. Again, I don't watch Dragon Ball.
18.
Okay.
Android 18.
Kung Fu Ru's
Freaking
Master
Kung Fu Ru is
Roshi.
He's Master Roshi. Exactly.
And then
Kung Fu Ru's Master Roshi there, and Kyo has a whole bunch, but it's like, it's not so much in the looks, but people like the attitude.
literally K49 was from Akira.
Oh yeah, he was just a recolor. That's what they call like in these games when you unlock skins and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I don't like the skin, but you know, it's a recolor. Which, I'm not saying they're bad, but that's basically what K49 was. He was a recolor. And despite that, he still has fans. He still has fans, man.
Oh my god.
I'm more surprised at K49 having fans, more so as opposed to when I was talking about, I was surprised that Love Heart had fans, but oh my god. But yeah, like they took their time with Shermie. They really did. I even like some of the newer stuff that we saw, like they gave her a lot of like special and supers to anti-air people with, like a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 different supers where it's like they're anti-airing, because I went back and looked at like the one where she basically twirled in the air and then did like basically with a double foot stomp to the back. And I'm like, okay. And not only that, but because Max even saw it, that was like a crazy combo, like freaking. I was even surprised. Another guy watched his reactions. A guy named is Ignorant Rizzy. Shout out to him because his reactions are freaking hilarious. I didn't catch it at first, but there was a moment where like she slams. I'm pretty sure it was Shunei. She slams him on the ground, like he's legit on the ground, but like she was able to super like combo into a command grab super.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty crazy.
Like they gave her some very crazy combo ability in this game. If it is indeed final, because what do they love to say with all these trailers?
Shattering.
The image is here.
Oh.
We all know that. Speaking of technical difficulties, why am I not? I was wondering why I heard Blue Mary's Blues. Didn't play that too. Blue Mary's Blues. Blue Mary's Blues. Blue Mary's Blues. That's not how the song goes. I'm just hyping myself up. So stupid.
Yeah.
Siren put this in the freaking. He put this in the playlist. I forgot how good Siren. I forgot how good Blue Mary's Blues was. Try saying that 5 times fast. Blue Mary's Blues. Blue Mary's Blues. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Blue Mary's
Shattering.
Blues.
The Shattering is now morphing into just karaoke.
Let's see. So, yeah. But yeah, Shermie is back. She's...
Yeah, you're right. People do like Tetsuo. It's just... That wasn't really a knock on K49 Shuichi. It's just... Well, I take that back because there's a bunch of other stuff that people call rip-offs that actually get a lot of clout, honestly. I mean, one of my favorite all-time anime is Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was told about a series called Flame of Rekka, which was seen as like a rip-off of Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually sat down and I watched Flame of Recca, and I could see the parallels and all the stuff and everything, but it was actually still enjoyable. So it's not a knock on K49. K49 was actually pretty, as far as playstyle, I think he was all right.
Yeah. But luckily,
Speaking of, what you got?
I was gonna say, but luckily, if you guys like the moveset, you guys can always play Nameless. That's it.
The thing about it is they gave him his playstyle, but we all could see that was them trying to dodge the bullet of, hey, we're not ripping off Tetsuo Shima anymore, yo. We know what happened.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders, do they really want us to forget about K49 or not? Because did you see how they like include him in the big encyclopedia of KOF characters? Because K49 is in there. It's just a shadow of it. It's a silhouette of him.
Really?
Have you seen that before?
I have not.
Yes. Yes. You can. I think you can find like a picture of the page because I know I used it in a video some time ago. Like they still have K49 in there, but it's a silhouette of him. Like.
Interesting.
Why, Siren? Why'd you have to put Blue Mary's Blues in here?
Because it's a good song. What do you want me to say, man?
What were you gonna say about YJ earlier, Pancake?
Yeah.
Oh, so I was making a joke because I knew that Siren plays him. That I think that he's overpowered. Because like nobody wants to hear that their main's overpowered. That's just not the thing you want to hear. So I figured like
These
then
days
he said
it's.
my name.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, well, now he's not going to.
You gonna call him the overpowered freaking YJ?
Funny thing is, he hasn't played a
These
whole
days,
lot.
when I hear somebody talk about my main is overpowered. Whenever I hear anybody talk about my main is overpowered, since it's such a, don't y'all think it's like such a, everybody loves reaching for those words, like it comes to something like that. Overpowered, broken, busted. OP is like to the point where it's like, are any characters just good anymore? Every good character is OP. Every good character is broken.
I mean, that's even with like other game series. There's not really like okay. It's nothing like where it's like I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. Like there's different things that just aren't meta, not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, meta. All right, so he is chatting it up in there, so let me go ahead and give him his reward because as we always do at the end of every Shattering, what do? We wonder who is going to be the next trailer. Take a wild guess. I mean, unless Siren or somebody is amongst my chat is working for SNK and they got the backdrop on everything, then by all means stop guessing because you're cheating because you got background access. But nevertheless, before the silhouette came out, which, by the way, what'd y'all think of that? What'd y'all think of the silhouette?
I thought it was. Are you saying like, what did I think who was gonna be?
Well, I guess I'll put it like this. Did you think it was a good clue?
Yeah. It kept people guessing.
Because you were hoping it was Botan, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not upset for seeing Shermie. I'm not upset at like the fact they put out Shermie this week, but I really wanted it to be Botan. I'm like, if y'all want to shatter all expectations, y'all gotta drop like somebody like, because as far as you know, Botan was always like just a. Botan's never really had a major debut. Like she was, I think, wasn't she like a striker before? Like a striker?
No, I don't even think she was a striker.
Was she a striker or like a?
I think she was just like an NPC.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like somebody wasn't even a striker, NPC, because I know Event Hubs, I thought about it because Event Hubs were talking about when that silhouette came out, they were like a character might be making their debut, their big debut, and I'm like, put her out. Put her out. You want to shatter expectations? Those from the past team or something, or like 3 ages of those from the past? Come on. I mean, I'm happy with the Shermie trailer, but like expectations haven't been shattered yet because, as you probably know, you two probably know, and I saw people in the chat mention it too, we know who the third character is. We know. I don't think Not Me Chris is not going anywhere. I think he's going to be the third one.
Yeah.
Maybe the Shattering expectation is going to be like, okay, because you know how they revealed Team Fatal Fury and then they had the little demo afterward?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, what they're going to do this time is that once they decide to put out Chris, not me, they're going to play a demo, like have them all scrapping and all that. And then to cap it all off, they were like, Orochi forms too.
Huh.
Now,
Okay.
I don't think that's expectation shattering because, I mean, we've seen it before. I think the last time we saw these three, they had Orochi forms. I'm just saying, it's like, I get everybody needs a slogan for a game or something, but, and maybe I'm being a little too harsh too early, but I just do not think that nothing has been really shattering yet. It's been satisfying, if you want to use another
We're
S
using
word.
too many terms that we already use.
I mean, it's like, they're satisfying most of my expectations.
Yeah.
But where does the shatter come from? I mean, even with Benny Maru, it's not really even like a shattering all expectations because Hilux, hey Super Duper, Hilux, and somebody else that watches me called it, talking about Benny Maru teaming up with Shune and Meitenkun, and I mean, even though he's never teamed with them before, we've seen Benny Maru do it before. He's had a team Benny Maru or a team being with somebody else other than Team Japan. He's done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, and I almost feel like they did this because, believe it or not, despite how much I picked on him, I think Shune is okay. Meitenkun is cool, but in the general sense of people, like, you know, when the general perception, the reception to those two new characters was not that great. So how do you try to, like, make the fan base warm up to them, especially in a team game like KOF? Put them with a veteran character. And who better, of course, than, I guess, Benny Maru, who, honestly, he might seem like, I mean, Benny Maru ain't all that. Like, he's been around for years, but remember, this man has won more titles. This man has won more King of Fighters titles than anybody else in the game. It's not Kyo, it's not Terry, it's not Rio. Benny Maru. Benny Maru has won more KOF championships than anybody else. So that's why I think they did that. Will they warm up to Shune and Meitenkun? We shall see.
Hopefully. I don't
yeah.
hate either of them because I kind of like Meitenkun and I kind of like Shune a little bit, although his design is a little overboard.
What do you think of Headphone Man and Sleepy Kid, Pancakesauce?
Well, Shune is okay. Like, he's okay. I mean, I think he looks kind of cool. I'm really not happy about it. I don't really have anything like bad to say about it other than, you know, Shune's fashion sense. But
You're gonna join us for another episode of Shattering sometime in the future, right?
yeah, I would imagine.
No, okay, so I'm gonna put this out here. I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna use you to, like, take the heat off of me. I'm gonna default to you whenever I feel like I'm gonna say something bad about Shune. Then I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get Shuichi off my back. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me let him talk so I don't
Yeah,
put a tally on the.
with the sleepy boy. I mean, like, I'm not sure like much about like his like fights or anything, but I want to get involved with like
They did a nice job at, like, making him seem a little bit newer because I didn't say it when I reacted to his trailer, but I at least, you know, after, you know how you sometimes make like a video or something, you don't catch certain things and all that.
Yeah.
I always wondered that very last thing, that very last super we saw him do was totally not in his moveset in the last game. Like, I was like, I don't remember this. Like, he had that look on his face where it's like he's actually awake for once, and then he just goes ham all over you. It's like, and I always just kind of thought his gimmick was actually kind of cool. I mean, like, you don't. How often do you see sneaky people in fighting games? I mean, what's the archetype you see in fighting games? You see athletic people, buff guys, sometimes Amazonian women, then edge lords,
Old guys, drunk guys.
who else? Joke characters,
Yeah.
old guys. It's like, so you don't see a sneaky person, like, because think about it. I mean, the one thing you kind of don't want to be when you're involved in combat is sleepy. But Major Kun's like, oh, yeah. I'm jumping a little bit ahead, or were we doing KOF 13 dialogues?
Dialogue. I definitely really love that.
Okay. I was just gonna-
love
Nathan Kun.
Yeah, it's just I love the dialogue, especially with the other characters.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, I was hoping I wasn't jumping ahead because I didn't want to like go ahead of us or whatever though. But I just like the fact. I think like what was it? Was he facing off against Vice? I think it was, and he was just kind of no selling her. Like, I'm gonna kill you, you brat. Hey, you! I said I'm gonna murder you. Oh yeah. Good luck trying that on me then. But little do you know, I got the power of Gaia, and I better hope I don't wake up. Because if I wake up, you are gonna get. Matrix is a lot more sniper.
I mean, I know. I have a friend who
I think he's
mains.
underrated.
I have a friend who mains Maiden Kun, so. Yeah, he likes him. I don't know. I think Maiden Kun's a kind of a fun character when I've played him a little bit. I'm not super good with charged characters, but I mean, he's still quite fun.
Interesting stuff in the chat over here. Kuro Bomb in the chat says, Shune in the manga is so likable though. I love the fact that he just doesn't understand fashion because he lives in the mountains, so he wears what he thinks is cool. Oh.
That makes a lot more sense.
Oh. Even though I think the little bit of trivia, Shuichi. By the way, Shuichi, could you drop it in the chat again? What the name of that fashion that I guess inspired Shune's design? I forgot the name of it. But that makes it even make. Wow. Well then. Well then.
That makes a lot more sense.
We may
I
have.
wish I was a fairly bigger YouTuber so I could like at least gather people like Maximilian, and be like, so everybody that made fun of his fashion sense, do you realize he lived in the mountains his entire life and his only friend he had was a sleepy person there, and his adoptive granddad was teaching him martial arts, so yeah, he's not really a city guy. Which honestly, not saying like all mountain people are like this, but I think that also would kind of sort of tie into why he's so polite too, because Shune is very polite. Like he has a very likable personality. He's very polite. You don't see a lot of polite people, like genuinely polite people in fighting games.
You don't see a
Usually
lot
when
of
someone's really polite
genuinely,
in fighting games,
especially in
Yes.
KOF, especially the protagonists, because they're always like super rude.
oh yeah.
Kyo's like cocky
Yeah.
firehead guy. K-Dash is edgy, mean, depressed guy, and then Ash is just full of himself. So,
Oh yeah. By the way, Pancake, if you're wondering, Suichi put it in the chat for me. It's spelled F-E-I. It's 3 words. It's 3 words, and each one has 3 letters. F-E-I-Z-H-U-L-I-U. F-E-I-Z-H-U-L-I-U. That's kind of what inspires like Shune's design, because when Shuichi first brought that up, I looked it up and I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm like this. Maybe I'm just because I'm kind of bizarre or whatever. I'm no fashionista like, of course, this week's revealed character is, but I thought it looked cool. It's like, why wouldn't Shune look more like this than like? It's just the color scheme though, but maybe they didn't want him to be edgelordy or whatever, especially since he's very polite. And like additionally to what Siren was saying, like everybody's like cocky and full of themselves or something or whatever. But you look in like the fighting games, look at anybody that kind of gives off, not anybody, but you know what I mean. Most of everybody. Look at almost any character you see that gives off a very noblesse oblige, like a very classy, very polite and classy manneristic personality. Usually they're A, being sarcastic, or B, snobs. Looking at
Yeah.
you, Karin Kanzuki.
Yeah.
Billy Rochefort. Emily de Rochefort. I know
The
I-
only really
Who else does that? Who
polite
else does that?
characters. I
Even
can
you want to talk about KOF characters? Hein. Freaking Hein is like.
Yeah.
Did you see have you ever looked at like the win quotes for like all like the characters in KOF 15? I mean 14.
Yeah, I haven't
You
seen
saw, like,
Heinz, but I've seen a couple. I think I've seen a few of Heinz.
One of my friends, like, because this is funny, you mentioned you had a friend that made Meizen-kun. I had one that liked Meizen-kun and he liked Hein. The reason he liked Hein was just merely because of the fact he just liked the win quotes. Because he played my other friend who loves Benny Maru because he's also a big JoJo's fan. He beat him with Hein, and Hein legit talks. He insults Benny Maru, talking about he looks like a freaking broom sprawled out like that. You get it because his hair is tall, and like he sprawled on the floor, he looks like a broom. Hein actually has some really good singers for somebody who's supposed to be a butler. He's supposed to be very gentle, but then again, when you look at who he serves, I think I figured out why he might be kind of.
Yeah.
Here's the goose, not freaking.
Serves the Goose Howard, the one and only Goose.
I'm pretty sure Geeks would. I'm pretty sure Geeks murders people for calling him that much. Oh,
Probably.
look, it's the goose. I'm sorry, Mr. Geese. I'm sorry.
I want to know how I got these
before
scars.
I forget what'd you say, Siren?
Oh, I was making a really stupid joke. It was a reference to Batman, and it's like, you want to know how I got these scars or whatever. It's from insulting Geese.
I tell you, got stepped on by a goose. You got scars.
Stung by a goose? Is that what you said?
I said stepped on.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Stung.
The last thing Goose need any stingers, please. Goose
Yeah.
doesn't need stingers.
He's already looked like really, really creepy, like with them like little teeth in their mouth.
Yeah. The
Like
little
there was someone was in charge of making that goose. It doesn't like. What were they thinking? Like, don't they eat like tiny little like things in like the water? Like they don't eat like fish, do they? They eat like tiny like little crustacean things.
Not this goose right here, because you sat there and said, aren't you supposed to be eating like fish and stuff like that? This goose looks at you, he's like, predictable. I'm a meat eater. Steak. This goose likes steak. I'm not doing a good goose impression. I can do one, but I'm not doing it. But before I forget there, as you all know, at the end of every Shattering, we try to predict who the next character trailer is going to involve, and one person amongst us got it right, and it wasn't me, it was Siren. Did you guess last week? Did you guess last week, Pancake? Did you guess?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I told you I didn't really know too many characters.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that person this week, I don't know if he's been in Siren's chat, but I'm just saying because this is where I see him. But in my chat, Jose Urbina. Please let me know if I said your last name right, because I try to get it right the best I can. Jose Urbina. They guessed Shermie last Saturday.
Huh. Nice.
By the way, like I have to read this. I gotta sit down and find this, because Corden, they're talking like in the chat, in a new beginning manga, which I guess coincides with 14, I think it is, because I've heard it being mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah, I
They
was
said,
gonna say
Shuneki-
actually we should check it out on one of these sometime. Just the manga.
Oh, definitely. But they're saying Shuneki got whooped by Ryo Sakazaki in the manga. This man got it bad, man. But hey, if he's getting all this because he constantly like jobs out to his best friend there, number one, number two, and then like he's getting it from Ryo Sakazaki. If he keeps on going, like he actually might be great. Then I mean, you get good by getting a good beating and learning from it, I guess.
I mean, it's Rio. What are you expecting? He's a veteran. He got them punches.
Punches? That's what you're expecting. Shunei, well, I forgot. I was about to say Shunei must have not got the script, but I forgot he lived in the mountain most of the time. So
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I don't even think Tung Fu Ru could compare. I don't think he could prepare somebody like freaking Shunei for somebody like Rio.
Yeah, Rio's got that like wild karate man style.
Karate Man. But it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Don't ask how I know that. Huh. Speaking of Goose, there's going to be a death battle match of Heihachi Mishima versus Geese Howard coming out tomorrow. Will you do reaction to it? Would y'all want that? Do y'all want me really reacting to freaking death battle?
I mean, it is between the two horrible dads of gaming.
Y'all really want me to react? I mean, the thing is like death battle's actually cool and everything. I tune in here and there. It's just certain matches where I know, because I get what they do in most aspects. They pick matches, as I think Siren just mentioned there. It's based on a theme. It's based on a theme. Like for instance, like it'll have something that, like both the characters have something in common, and I get that, because that way you at least show that you have some type of direction. However, in doing that, what sometimes happens is the fact that they will have matches that are so lopsided.
Yeah.
So lopsided. Like the one time I thought, because I actually got I had a double take one time when they did Ken Masters from Street Fighter versus Terry Bogard, and I'm thinking, okay, this is actually not that bad. I mean, both of them, American blonde guys and everything and all that.
They both wear red.
But then they start talking about the stuff that Terry Bogard did in the movie. I'm like, no. Ken is done for it.
He's dead.
Terry in the freaking film, Terry in the movies was ridiculously like, he's strong, but like he was can't hold a candle to that. You can't hold a candle to like no. Another dumb, at least another one for me that was really kind of silly was Shadow versus Vegeta. Why? Shadow the Hedgehog versus Vegeta. Why?
Who knows?
That is lopsided.
Why not? That's the real question, Chris. Why don't you want to see Shadow take on Vegeta?
Because I know where it's going. I'm a fan of pro wrestling there. The one thing that you'll hear most snobs these days, albeit I don't consider myself one because those guys think they know all about the business. But nevertheless, in the fandom, one thing that most of them, and it's not always bad, but I rest my case. One thing that they claim to not like is they don't like stuff being predictable. Oh my god! Geese again! The goose! Back on the goose!
Back on the goose.
But no, really, they're talking about predictability. They don't like predictability. And I get that. You don't want to like be like, hey, I'm about to tune in and use some of my life clock to watch this match, even though I know this person's gonna win. I mean, it might be interesting, but I know he's gonna win because he's just a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan times 500,000. Got freaking Kryptonian steroids, but I'm still gonna watch it, even though I know he's gonna win because he's just good.
That's how they get you.
I just opened a can of worms with the freaking Goku versus Superman.
Did you see the one who was like
in college when that was the thing, and like I hang around a bunch of other geeks and nerds and all that. Like I hang around a bunch of geeks and nerds and all that, and that was like they just could not stop talking about it. There's no way like Goku would lose Superman. I'm like, I don't see it. I can't see Goku beating him. I mean, I was cheering for Goku, but I'm like, when you listen to what they were listening when it came to Superman, Goku don't hold a candle to that. Goku's not a magician, no matter what Hercule said. You remember that time, like, when he was talking about he was a magician because he uses light tricks to fool people? Goku wishes he was a magician. But, Jose, what's up? What's up, Pancake?
Oh, I said that everybody wishes they were a magician.
I don't know, man. Don't be too much of a convincing one. They're gonna kidnap you and do tests on you, wondering where his magical powers come from. How in the world did he freaking go out into the middle of nowhere and drive in a helicopter with a gigantic sheet, and like he held it over the desert, and then he lifted the sheet up with the freaking helicopter and a town appeared? That's not humanly possible. The greatest magician can't make that happen. This person has to be an alien or something. You have to be one of those SCPs they talk about.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this is that Shuichi was referencing, but it made me laugh, saying, "You cannot escape from meat." You talking about the Mortal Kombat character, the freaking failed experiment that left freaking Shanks and such.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
All right.
Enough of this. No, they're kidding me. Broly vs. Hulk was good. I'll give him that. But Jose, as your prize for guessing, well, this past week's trailer, that is, Siren, unfortunately, well, let me stop. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that. I was gonna tell you like you made this up, but I'm gonna give you the Genie Award then. The floor is yours. Once you send them to me, you get to ask us 3 questions about anything concerning KOF, fighting games. Just do not be completely nutball with it, please. Because if you do, I'm gonna take one of your wishes from you with the Genie Award, okay? 3 questions then, and the floor is yours. So, while we wait on Jose to torture us.
Oh boy.
I talked about Mary because of Blue Mary's Blues. What are the chances we're gonna see Blue Mary in KOF 15? How much?
I feel like it's a relatively, like, I don't know, if we were to put it to numbers, I feel like it's a 75% chance. I feel like it's not super high, but I feel like it's not ridiculously low, because she's popular, right?
Like I said, that was the number 3 character when I think he was a community manager. He was somebody in like the KOF community. That was the 3rd popular character in KOF 15, 14. I keep wanting 15 to be out already. This is what happens when you get the Shermie trailer. But no, she was the 3rd most popular character amongst the KOF 14 roster. So, and I mean, you can take that right there. They should know. The same way they know Shermie is popular, they should know people love Mary Blue, Mary Sue, Mary Blue, Blue Mary. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't care if people like the little freaking anime snobs about some she did the ripoff of Android 18. It's like, I've never seen Android 18 like do any of the stuff that Mary does.
You don't even have her forehead ain't even as high as like freaking Android 18's.
Alright, is this one of your questions here, Jose? When do you think Ralph and Clark will be revealed? That'll be a good question for me because on my board there, I do have them with Leona to much people's chagrin, even though part of me is on the fence about them still being with Leona because I want to believe SNK when they're talking about shattering all expectations. I want to, but how likely is it going to be looking at what we got so far? I just don't know, like, and the messed up part about it is from that last poll, the poll I keep mentioning, Whip and Hydern were more popular than Ralph and Clark.
Yeah.
Now somebody, I think it was Hilux on my channel, had recommended since these 2 teams get along, he recommended have have Hydern and Whip go with Leona, and then Ralph and Clark. I might have that portion wrong, but I know this portion is right though. He wanted a team of 3 big guys with Ralph, Clark, and Maxima, since Team K-Dash and them get along.
Yeah.
I just wonder exactly, is Maxima actually really popular at all? I'm just wondering.
I play him a little bit. I think he's kind of fun, but it's not. I mean, I haven't seen a ton of people play him.
Chat, let me know how you feel about Maxima. Because me, it's kind of a not one. It's not an entirely one way or the other type of thing with me. Like, he has some moves that are decent. I kind of like his whole, the one move like where he pretty much drags you across and slams you to the wall. I find that good, but. And it's interesting, he's Canadian too. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Canada's starting to get more characters in fighting games there.
Do they have any others?
In KOF, that's a good question. I know in Street Fighter, Abigail is Canadian. That big freaking monstrous thing. Have you seen Abigail? You've seen Abigail, right?
I don't think I have.
I'll also
Look
the
it up,
picture in
that-
chat.
that-
Not chat, but the other
that big tanky freaking behemoth. That big tanky behemoth. He is from Canada. Suichi in the chat says Brian from the sports team is Canadian.
Oh
true?
yeah.
Let's see. I got a lot of sports team fans amongst them, which they're cool. It's just I cannot get my head around Lucky Glauber's stuff. This is a guy summoning freaking basketballs at will from the skies. That is a sentence I never thought I'd ever hear myself say.
He
care if
brings
somebody has
basketballs from the heavens.
He does.
Oh my
He
goodness.
does. He does. Oh, he must saw.
Wait,
He must saw.
wait. He's from Canada?
He must saw Street Fighter 5 Abigail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Canada. And the funny thing about it was, it's interesting because you can't really see it because of how big he is. But apparently his hair, like if you look at it from like the little bit of hair he has, the little cut he has, if you were to look at him from like the top of like his,
I found an
his head,
image that you could
it
see the
apparently
top of his
resembles
head
the
at. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like the Canadian, like the maple leaf.
He looks so ridiculous. Oh my god, he has tires on his like back of his pants.
And the funny thing is the fact those are
Whew.
he has something in like in Street Fighter 5 he has a V skill where that's like an additional ability that a character has. You can pick I think out of 2 now then because I'm about to get back to Street Fighter 5 thanks to Rose and Akira Kazama coming in to the game. But the whole tire thing is actually one of his V skills. Like he actually will legit like clap his hands and like pretty much bring a tire out and it'll bounce around. And it's like it's rolling really slow, and like Abigail can hit it, it can like launch in the air, he can kick it at you.
Double tired up on a Thursday afternoon. Get him. Oh my goodness. His muscles have muscles, and those muscles have muscles.
Oh
I at first thought that because when they revealed him in Evo, it wasn't really well received.
Who
and I wasn't
makes
really,
his
like,
clothes?
I don't know. I mean, hey,
Anarchy.
are you talking about Brian Battler, Suichi? If he's talking about Brian Battler, it's telling me he's American in the KOF or the SK Wiki. Yeah, so he's from the USA on the KOF Wiki. Let me see something else. Is there somebody else on that team that's from Canada? Matter of fact, hold up. There's an easy fix for this.
Wait, isn't the whole team just called the
Let me just
American
go
Sports
to
Team?
the Canadian character tab. Is it the American Sports Team? That's what I always thought it was. But hey, I mean, America and Canada, like, you know, there's no bad blood or whatever. It's friendly rivals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see. apparently there's 5 characters in the SNK verse that are Canadian. Somebody named General Morden from Metal Slug. That guy.
Huh.
General Morden. I've been hearing a lot of people wanting a Metal Slug team in KOF 15. Hey, like I said, if you want to shatter expectations, come on. Like, we appreciate you all bringing in, you know, the, my bad, I turned the music on. But I appreciate, you know, bringing back all the classics, the Yuri Sakazakis, the Rios, well, Rio's not been confirmed yet.
My God, they turned Maxima into a girl?
Hey,
Sorry.
anything is possible around here. Let's see, who else? Somebody named King Lion is also Canadian. Oh, he's from Savage Rain. Okay. He's from Savage Rain. He looks badass though, King Lion.
What?
Who else? Let me see.
I never have gotten where these KOF cards are from. What are they originally from? There's always these like cards, and I don't know what they're from. Is there like a KOF card game out there?
I wouldn't put it past them. Then again, there was a crossover. They had a crossover with the Capcom card game.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I had made a joke saying like the reason why I wanted, if they wanted a guest character team in KO 15, one team I wanted was a Final Fight team with Maki, Cody, and Guy, because Cody and Guy have never gotten a chance to mix it up with KOF characters in a fighting game. They've done so in those little card battle games, but not in a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? So. Everybody want heavy D back. I'm all for it. I want something that I'm not expecting. Because I think that's what Curlbomb in the chat said. Heavy D? Yeah, like I said, give me something like, they gotta reveal somebody that I'm not expecting. Somebody here, I want to ask you about this character, by the way, both of y'all. It was Curlbomb again. What do y'all think of Sylvie Palapala?
She is interesting.
Don't say freaking weirdo. Don't say freaking weirdo.
I don't know. I think she's a interesting pick, but I think also her outfit's kind of all over the place.
She reminds me of, okay, so you know how like a couple years ago they made that it was like the Lego movie, it was like Luigi, right? And there was like this like cat character made out of Lego. She is like the realistic version of that cat.
Unikitty?
Like, yeah. She looks that, but like as a person.
Why'd you mention Neo Geo Battle Coliseum to me, Fabio? Just asking. Yeah, one of my close friends loves Sylvie. I mean, I actually don't think the design's all that bad, but then again, I'm somebody that likes the weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know, the strange, bizarre characters, man.
I don't know about the eyes on the front, but otherwise, I think it's a pretty good. I don't know. I like the outfit. Very cool.
I don't like the eyes on the shoes.
Cotton candy as a person.
Let me find the actual quote from Fighter's Generation.
I don't like the
so
fact
mean.
that there
It's so
are
mean, but it's so
eyeballs
funny.
on her shoes.
I think they're her friends. Oh, alright, yeah. Oh, King Lion in that game. Yeah, you're right. He is in there. I just thought about that. Well, I should be thank you. I need to see if I can find another port of Neo Geo Battle Coliseum to play. I'm gonna play that again. Where is it? I want to find the direct quote from the Fighter's Generation site there where he describes Sylvie. Like I said, the description's mean, but it's kind of funny too. By the way, shout out to the Fighter's Generation website. I love the character database and the timeline. It's helped me out with a lot of research that I've done about stuff with fighting games. So I appreciate Frank. I think his name is Frank Yagami, named after Iori Yagami, and crew. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so y'all ready to hear what he had to say about, or at least the TFG crew had to say about Sylvie Paula Paula?
Yeah.
There's always that character that makes you say to yourself, this character was not made for me. In my case, Sylvie is that character. Sylvie hurts my eyes. Did we really need another pop idol besides Athena, SNK? Since Sylvie's design is based off of a Japanese idol, Kyori Pamiyu Pamiyu. Okay. Learn something every day. Yeah, since Sylvie's design is based off of a Japanese pop idol, this design this design probably won't appeal to most Westerners. True, but I'm not talking from my perspective. I'm talking more from the sense that I remember back when I was on social media like that, I was on Twitter when Lucky Chloe was brought out for Tekken. And I'll never forget it. Like, so many people were so mad about freaking Lucky Chloe. They were so mad. It's like, why are they bringing this stupid kawaii pop idol crap into my Tekken? It's like, I mean, because if you look, I mean, it depends. Everybody's got a taste. But me personally, when I saw Lucky Chloe, I'm like, doesn't really appeal to me, but hey, there's 20 other characters in the game. I'll try them, okay? They were acting like Sylvie was made the new protagonist of like Tekken. Like, she's like the new face of Tekken. Like, forget the Kazamas and all that. Like, the freaking Mishima family is dead. It's Lucky Chloe that's the face of Tekken now. She's gonna save the
Oh my god.
That's what they made it seem like. I just was like, wow, man. All over one little character, but whatever. Continuing, this design probably won't appeal to most Westerners. In terms of annoyance scale, I'd put Sylvie at about a 9.9 out of 10. Wow.
Wow.
And people need... It's so funny because he just said it. He has in parentheses, and people actually complained about Lucky Chloe, LOL.
Oh my god.
Continuing. Sylvie is one of the few KOF 14 characters that I really couldn't picture in 2D. That's an interesting perspective. Her design has way too much going on to be a 2D sprite. I tend to disagree because there are some 2D sprites that have a lot going on with them, but I guess maybe in the sense he's talking about the fact it won't be a good one. Continuing, it would never work or would take 2D artists 6 years to complete.
Don't know about that.
Continuing. In fairness, Sylvie's moveset, animations, and playstyle isn't as bad as I thought. Ironically, she might have some of the most entertaining animations in the KOF 14/SNK heroine. She wasn't there. Her walking animations and mannerisms are pretty charismatic. Overall, she's trying way too hard as a design. Just when I thought I understood a little bit about Japanese pop culture, I realized that I'm still very much a Westerner. LOL. On one final note, Sylvie looks like Easter and Halloween had a dysfunctional baby.
Wow.
That is the line right there. That is the that's the line right there.
Okay. So Siren had just sent like, two pictures of what a sprite maybe could like, or maybe this is like actually official. But I'm looking at that. As you read that out, I'm like, as you're talking about Easter, I'm like, hey, this kind of looks like Easter. And then you said it, and I was like, oh my goodness. I think it's it's like a functional combination between Easter and Halloween. I think that is probably wow.
Oh man, that was the one line that killed me though. That right there had me rolling when I finished. I was like, poor
Wow.
And like, I mean, like, but he's right. I mean, her moveset was actually like really good. There was something kind of just interesting in a good way about, because they're based like, she had like remember the one secret she had where she shot like the beam of lightning across the screen?
Yeah.
What if she missed it? She would stamp her foot like, oh my god, I freaking missed it. I freaking missed it. Oh my god. Her level 3, because Fabio said change to level 3. I actually, well, you know what? In terms of what it looked like, I thought it was cool. They made it look better when they did the graphic update on KOF 14. But if you're talking about in terms of utility, yeah, maybe she could use something a little different. Because a big ball of stalling shock energy.
Electricity.
Like idiot. I was about to say shock energy. Electricity. A whole ball of lingering electricity I don't think is like the best tool, really. I mean, and it bounces off the ground. A big ball of electricity. Wasn't there some move in Pokemon called Thunderball or something like that?
Yeah, there's Thunderbolt.
Oh, Thunderbolt. My bad. Not Thunderball, but Thunderbolt. I don't know what Thunderball is. Must be. I feel like Thunderball sound like a freaking made-up version of some futuristic space mess. Like in one of these futuristic comics cartoons. Hey, Thunderball tournaments. Huh?
Like
Oh my
Thunderdome.
But Sylvie's on. Okay, there's a lot of opinions about Sylvie here, so she clearly gets attention. I know what the Thunderdome is. I know what the Thunderdome is because that's where WWE's been doing all their shows recently, as far as like post-pandemic, you know.
Yeah.
Sylvie's only redeemable factor to me is her ending in SNK Heroines. It was disturbing and absolutely tragically sad. True, very true. I kind of hope Sylvie changes outfits with each game. I'm reading chat, by the way, if y'all are wondering.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure I'm like not sounding like freaking. I'm gonna do a Xanadu impression later. Like I think it's I think with Siren, I think it's like a house rule. I can't go through one Shattering episode without doing a Xanadu impression about how what he says makes no sense.
Oh boy.
I was about to legit have a segment on here called Who Talks Like That and just feature a freaking quote from Xanadu, but there's somebody I watch on a YouTube channel called What Culture. Shout out to What Culture. He has a segment called Nobody Talks Like That. Basically when they script wrestlers to say crap that no human being would ever say. But anyways, going back to the chat because there's a lot of it. Like I said, Sylvie has a lot of opinions. Let's see. Curl Bomb said, I hope Sylvie changes outfits with each game. She's an underground fighter and KOF is wrestling. I'm laughing at that because he said underground fighter and KOF is WrestleMania. I'm thinking about when they had that raw underground stuff. And no, it's just, if you want to know what raw underground is, both of you, it's just basically they tried to make wrestlers edgy by putting them in an environment where they quote unquote fought for real. Just making sure, because I know Raw Underground, especially after we were talking about Charmin, might be a little risque. Anyway. Suichi says, but Athena and Sylvie are a different style of idols. Athena is a classic idol type, the one that is popular amongst normal people, the safe idol. Sylvie appeals to the younger outsiders, Harajuku. Can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. One thing that I think no one can say, really, is that you can't say that Sylvie's not bursting with personality because she has a hell of a personality, despite being a nest project.
Yeah.
And Suichi said exactly what was on my mind earlier. I think I might have said it earlier, but I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say it. But to be fair, not every character needs to appeal to Western audience. It's kind of cool to cast to have big expectations, my bad, and have a character appeal even to really small niche of people. Basically saying, like, exactly, like there's different. That's something that I wish the fighting game community would kind of understand on a much more wider note. There are many different types of people playing these games. Yeah, people like me that love the lore, the characters, designs, but I also play competitive too. Yeah, people that are casual. They just, play just to play. It's a laid-back experience. And you have some people that might just like the way the characters look. And of course, you have people from different backgrounds and all this other stuff. It's like, come on. I just found the whole reaction to Lucky Chloe just so silly. Like anytime I see a character trailer, like when they're revealing new characters for a game or whatever, you know what I do if I see something that doesn't interest me? I'm like, well, since now I guess I'm kind of obliged to make reactions to all the KOF 15 character trailers or whatnot. Once I finish with that, I'm done. I am not going to go at freaking SNK, tell them, delete this character. And believe me, it happened. That happened with Lucky Chloe. People were legit tweeting at Harada asking him to delete that character from the roster, from the game. I kid you both not, it's real. I kid you not. I don't know why I can read this, but I feel like Cyber's ready to laugh at some very, 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 very silly KOF 13 stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if I said it earlier, but gonna go into the Discord there, and Siren is going to screen share. We're gonna watch all of KOF 13's intro dialogues, and we're just gonna react to them and just talk to us. Just have some fun. That
Yeah.
sound cool? That sounds cool. Alright, set it up, my friend.
Alright, gotta fix
Sorry.
my aspect ratio here for Chrome at least.
What accent are you talking about, Kuroma? You mean like this right here? Like, oh, I can't stand them idol characters. Doggone J-pop idol, that kawaii stuff.
Doggone J-pop idols or J-pop stuff.
I'll
God dang
never
it.
forget when people were apparently upset about, what was it? My friend that freaking is into like J-Rock would kill me because I've drawn a blank on their name. Oh my goodness. It was the three girls, like they were J-pop idols, but they were doing metal music. Baby metal. That was them. I'll never forget that too, because like, they're like, oh my goodness, this baby metal crap. And like, at the time, I hadn't even really heard of baby metal. So I'm like, you know how stuff is, like when you get a whole lot of attention to something, you go in there and you look at it. So I'm listening to baby metal and I'm like, this is actually not bad. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Like, I never thought you could mix freaking, you know, the mannerisms and the, you know, styles and stuff of a J-pop idol and make it metal too. It's like, sheesh. It's part of the reason, like, baby metal is part of the reason why I actually think Poppy is cool. Yes,
Right.
I'm talking about that Poppy, like the YouTube, the singer, whatever.
Alright, I've got it up, everybody.
Alrighty then.
Can you all see
I
it?
don't want to leave this, as much as I don't want to see the element because no. The mess that he did with the Pancakes freaking avatar, the mess keeps getting to me. That's why I've been cracking up a little bit randomly here and there.
He's just standing
Alright,
there menacingly. Alright. Alright.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright.
Okay.
So now we're gonna switch over.
Credits to
Hold on.
this guy down here. But
I'm over here singing Poppy now. Look what you.
oh my god.
I do kind of wonder if Sylvie does make a comeback. I wonder who she's gonna be on a team with, because like, I do wonder about that. Because like I said, one of my friends actually thought there might be an ex-Nest team with like I think her, Angel, and I think Kula. But if I remember correctly, I do not think Kula and Angel get along. So unless they're gonna go with the odd couple team with that, I don't see it happening.
Alright. Everybody ready?
Oh,
Fabio,
I wonder if Raiden is coming back, because I saw that picture that artist did of Raiden. I keep wondering if he's gonna come back. I need to think of like a freaking wrestling team for my freaking prediction.
I think we've talked about this one before.
Okay.
A wrestling team? Couldn't it be like...
Raiden?
Yeah, Raiden, Tizok, and like Red Dragon?
If they want to shatter expectations, they should go with that.
Yeah.
If they want to shatter expectations, they should go with that. Because when the last time we seen Red Dragon, like actually like playable in a game?
Since real, what was it, real count out?
That's shattering expectations right there. Like, you just, hey, I like the direction that KO 15 is going in, but come on, man, live up to the slogan. All right, let's get into some freaking KOF 13 nonsense, and maybe
All right.
next week we'll do the 14.
All right.
Well, hold. This is only. Oh, this is only 12 minutes.
No, this is a playlist, so
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if we're gonna get through all of them because there's like probably like 2 hours worth in here. But all right, let's
2 hours.
maybe 4 hours. I don't know. But let's see here.
Ugh, that does it in worse right there. Korobomb says Sylvie hates Kula and Angel because Sylvie never got her powers until after Nest Band. Door with that.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, y'all ready? Everybody?
Ready.
All right. Okay. So we'll read the dialogue here. Maybe I'll just.
I mean, we don't. I mean, well, it's cool. It's whatever. I'm just already laughing.
All right. Should we all take turns reading, or what should we do?
Yeah. That actually sounds nice.
All right.
What order
Prepare.
do you want to go in?
People are gonna freaking sub off of here so hard because I'm gonna like it. No, I'm just saying like some of my impressions might not be good, but let's go.
All right.
I'm already laughing.
Uh,
Crypton look alike.
All right. About you go first, Chris.
Who am I doing then?
You could do both, and then we just switch off each. Like.
Oh Lord! All right.
Well,
I think
Let me get my water ready. I'm gonna.
I think we should do one person goes to the top and then another person goes to the bottom, and then the one who did the top will switch out with the person who did.
Okay.
I mean, like say, if we're gonna do both, like prepare for like some freaking. I can do some voice twisting. Let's go. I'm holding this up.
All right. Do you want to do Kyo?
So I guess I'm doing this one.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm doing it. So I'm doing Kyo.
Yeah, you'll do Kyo, I guess.
All right.
And then, I guess I'll do Psyche. All right.
Okay. You know where to go.
Go.
Wow, an Ash Crimson look-alike, huh? Are you about as much of a cocky little bastard as he is?
Oh, it gives us time. You're wrong, maggot. It is. Okay, hold on. It's a little too monotone for Psyche. You're wrong, maggot. It's not I. It's not. It's okay. It's not I who looks like Ash Crimson. He looks like me. Not that I would expect you to understand such a thing.
Let it play. Just let
Okay.
it play.
Bwahaha.
Everything mankind has ever made, nothing but an illusion.
What
What
do
are
you?
you talking about? How can you say something like that when someone? Oh, too fast.
Okay.
You could have paused it there. I mean, that was
Just.
Talking about? How can you say something like that when such a fine specimen of the human species stands right in front of you? Not sure what fitting art it sounds like. Marvel at my beauty and strength. It's not all an illusion, babe. It's real.
How wrong you are. Your beauty and strength will soon vanish into absolute oblivion.
I cannot lose to anyone as evil as you.
That's you, sir.
That is
Yeah.
the way of judo I have chosen. That I have chosen. Who wants to be Psyche this
Me?
time?
Tell me.
I think so. Actually, no, because I haven't done psychic.
Okay.
Sounds like the big puzzle, where you really just you don't.
You know what? I'll handle Psyche from here on this. I guess all this is all Psyche, and then I guess you two can trade on whoever else is there.
All right. Sounds better. Okay.
You sound like you're being humble, but you're really just bluffing, aren't you? You don't seriously think you can defeat me, do you? That's not going to happen in a million years.
Okay.
Look, I don't care who or what you are. All that matters is that you're in my way, so I'm gonna kick you into orbit.
You You do not seem to understand who is standing in whose way. Soon you will find out this is the unluckiest day in your life.
Unlucky? The way I see it, I'm grateful to get a fight. Someone strong for a change. Come on, let's do this.
I hear you're I hear you possess some kind of strange power. But I, Joe Higashi, summoner of storms. Oh, I am, sorry. I'll blow you and your useless little flames out in the blink of an eye. I shouldn't have paused, but
I used to think of ignorance as a sin, but it can actually be kind of cute once it's been honed. The idiots can be honed to perfection by someone like you.
okay.
How about you just keep it at normal speed, but like wait for one of us to complete it, then you hit like play again, like stop start.
Okay, we'll just go with that.
The idiocy of mankind never ceases to amaze me. Do they call you the legendary moron or something? What, Pancake?
I can feel your malice just by looking at you. You aren't Ash Crimson, are you?
Indeed, I'm not. But before long, you will probably be wishing I was. For greatly I exceed Ash in power, and I am utterly ruthless, especially when it comes to humans. Legendary. You funny shit.
Very well, I shall use my Shinaru style. I will use my Shiranui style to put an end to your evil plans. Let's go.
For my wife's honor. You're obviously some spoiled rich kid who started dabbling in karate because he was bored. How could you possibly defeat me?
You think I'm doing this because I'm bored? You couldn't be more wrong. I've got a really strict teacher and a serious rival.
He's right, you know.
It's got a
He
point.
is right, you know.
Don't think I'm taking the Kyokugen style lightly. I always mess that up somehow.
Just say Kyo's name, but then put Kugen at the end of it.
Kyokugen?
Kyokugen.
Kyokugen. Gotcha.
Kyokugen.
And if you think the Kyokugen is something to laugh at, you'll soon find out just how wrong you are. The hard way.
Some lines never go out of fashion. The hard way. You could spend your whole life practicing karate and it would never be enough. Let me provide you with proof. So you say you'll never step down no matter what you're facing. It's not courage. It's just plain stupid. Rio don't like being called stupid.
I'm a simple man, I'll admit, but it's helped me reach incredible heights so far. I'll never give up. I'm gonna aim for the top and nothing's gonna get in my way.
And that's why you're going to end up stranded halfway to the top. Nothing but destruction awaits those who fail to learn their place.
Dang.
Oh, so you're the leader of the Kyokugen school? And what's so special about you, if I may ask? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You don't stand a chance against me. Besides, humans are destined to expire. Playing around with his voice, honestly. I'm trying to think of like how he sounds like in Lotus.
You're so conceited. It's almost funny. I shall strike you down for your arrogance.
Quaking over there. Looks like you're in a lot of trouble just because of your ancestors' carelessness 660 years ago. Jeez, why not? Would you like me to put you out of your misery? I'd be happy to oblige.
Pancake, you're up.
I thought he was gonna say something else.
I think enough hot air has come out of my mouth today. You're very
Alright, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Just stops talking right there.
Edgelord City.
Well, that was it.
Ultimo Edgelord.
Oh my! Look at what you've become! Are you that desperate to escape the death you are destined for?
You remind me of Will Bits, man. That's what Will Bits sometimes do. He just BS's. We were never meant to expire. It is mankind's destiny to be wiped from the face of the planet. I forgot all of them are kind of in league with one another, so there would be this type of banter. Besides, aren't we after the same thing here? Isn't the Orochi clan trying to wipe out mankind as well?
Not exclusively to Orochi. Your lot is as much as an eyesore as the humans. Oh my god.
I had to be you my mic. I didn't want to freaking scare everybody.
And now it's
Can you say and now like that again?
and now
Oh my goodness. Okay, continue.
all right. Don't know what that was. And now it's. Give me a second. There you go. I need just a sip of water. Oh man.
Siren about to get all the freaking mature fans just freaking raging at us after.
I'm sorry, but it's just the way it's gotta be, guys.
Cora Bob says you have mature sounding like Mickey Mouse.
Uh-oh. Pancake can do a really good Pancake
can guest character team and carry with 15 right there.
Team
That's
Kingdom
gonna be the guest
Hearts.
character- Exactly. Team Kingdom Hearts.
Uh,
No. I
uh,
was like, please don't please don't freaking clip this and tweet it to freaking SNK because he's talking about I should be the English dub VA for Psyche and KOF 15. Please don't send this to us.
Pancake, didn't you have a really good impression
that's
of
cool.
Mickey Mouse? Let's hear your impression of Mickey Mouse, Pancake.
For next week's Shattering podcast, can we talk about what if the KOF series actually had good English voice acting? Absolutely. Absolutely. We all know the comical wasteland that was Maximum Impact. But anyways, continuing.
Pancake, let's hear your impression of Mickey Mouse real quick.
Okay. Should I do one of the voice lines?
Just no. Just say something funny.
I'm so unoriginal. I'm just gonna do the voice line.
Okay.
And now time.
Your mic's cutting out quite a bit.
Yeah, it is. My bad. I don't.
Probably.
My microphone isn't picking it up that well.
Okay, I'll just continue
I
on
think
then.
you probably just. I think you might have said it to where when it's too loud, then it'll like freaking not make any noise. That's why I got.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
And
Which is
now,
good.
oh, okay. And now it's time for you to go to the darkness where you belong.
That's what you get for getting poopy with my wife, Donald.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here and now. You, me, and these weirdly comically large gloves, Donald.
Alright. I'm about to freaking die over here. Oh god. Who's next? Is it Vice?
Vice, Ty, you're up.
Obviously.
I'm gonna do this in a Carl Weezer voice.
No, don't do it.
I am.
Okay.
You were destined to expire. Now you continue to strike.
That's actually pretty freaking good. So weird, man, but it's so good.
Alright.
You are supposed to join the. You were supposed
God, you're dense, aren't you? I have the power to change history. I shall rewind
Oh.
time and rewrite it to my choosing. We will prosper, and the Orochi will be destined to die.
Now who's being dense? Don't you understand that I'm going to prevent you from doing exactly that?
I can't I'm just imagining Vice's lines whenever she attacks you, just in a Carl Weezer voice.
Psyche over getting punked out by Carl Weezer of all people. I'm done.
God.
Girl bomb. Come. Girl bomb's really killing me in the shut over here.
What seems to be the matter, Betty? You look like you've seen a ghost. You like my impression of that maggot?
Don't BS this. You're doing Elizabeth. Don't BS this. I'll kill you.
Okay, I'll try my best.
I can. Okay. If you want to tap out, I'll do it.
No, I got this, I swear,
Okay,
I swear.
If this isn't peak Elizabeth, me and Chris are going to be extremely disappointed.
Stand aside, foul creature! Just looking at you makes me want to explode in rage!
Man, find me a freaking Wajai punch so I can step on it right in front of
Uh-oh. It honestly would make the same sound as most of his normals.
Nice one. Touche. What is Mr. Clapback gonna say?
Oh, I like that look on your face. Rejoice now, worm, for I shall turn that expression into one of true despair.
I avoided KOF 12 like the freaking plague. I did not know it had a dub.
I didn't know I had a
Was it
dub
worse
either
than-
until
was
like
it worse than
recent.
MI?
I didn't realize it until I saw like some compilation with Ash. I'm like, wait a
Girl
second.
Bomb was KOF 12's dub worse than MI's? The $1 million question.
I don't know. Maximum Impact was pretty bad.
shoot. It shouldn't be too hard. Duo Lan's very polite.
Yeah.
Very.
Alright.
Let me ask you why you still know
Ooh.
whereabouts the man named Long, of a man named Long. Do you know the whereabouts of a man named Deeds?
No. I'm not fond of that. No.
Should you really be concerned with that right now? In a few moments, you'll be nothing but a pile of ashes.
Now you done made him mad. You done made him mad, but that much you tried to catch something with that crap. They about to turn you to ash enough.
Do not intend to talk, then so be it. So be it. I shall see it. I shall see to it that you never do
Well then, Duo. Uh-oh. That means Shin's next, isn't he?
Your very existence is a front, my dear friend.
Yash.
Yes.
Yash.
Alright. Hey, Fake Ash! Are you sure you want to be fighting in that outfit?
That was almost like a double entendre right there. Hey, fake ass. You know what? I'm ready now. I'm ready. Oh my
Alright.
god.
Oh wait, did he change what he say? I wasn't paying attention. I looked over at the other thing.
He had two straight lines.
Those white clothes will be black with your foul blood. In a couple of moments, I keep pausing for effect for some reason. I don't know why.
And how would he respond?
Don't worry about me, you piece of trash. You'll be a pile of ashes in the blink of an eye.
Uh-oh. It's the Boy Scout.
It is the Boy Scout. Let's.
Wait, he's a Boy Scout?
No, I was just saying that because, like, he's a goody two shoes.
Yeah, he's Mr.
Mr.
Justice.
Justice.
Yeah.
Alright, I got this. Lad, I never would have thought about anything that is.
You good?
I never would have thought about that.
Man, they are gonna like talk about, and they gonna like give you to a maximum impact double. I think one of them already said it. Yeah, they're talking about the max. They're like, this sounds like Pancake sounds like a maximum impact dub. The maximum impact dub is infamously bad.
Yeah.
But I can name one worse than that. Try to play in the freaking. Here's a good one. Y'all try finding like that one time where that game, Battle Arena Toshinden. Find when that had a dub. That was bad. That was bad. Because the main character in Toshinden was like actually really cool, despite the fact he's totally a Ryu clone. But boy, that voice of his was awful. Like you expect a hero to sound like this. Kyan, what are you doing here?
Oh my god.
Was it like some African dude? What?
No, he looks like he's Ryu, but he's basically Ryu, but like it's a sword because Toshinden's a weapon fighter. If you want to look him up, his name is Eiji Shinjo. It's E-I-J-I and Shinjo, S-H-I-N-J-O.
Okay.
Like I said, the character looks cool, he plays cool, but that time, like that one game they had where they had like the intro dialogues and like Battle Arena Toshinden had a dub, that was awful. That was horrible.
Alright, I got this. What? I never would have thought of anything as purely as evil as you could exist.
Mm.
You haven't even been around for 30 years, but you already think you've seen it all. The arrogance of you humans never fails to amaze me. remember my face, boy, for it belongs to the one who will destroy your pitiful sense of justice.
We had to get the snob first.
Oh, okay. This is somehow lining up perfectly to my mains.
Uh-oh.
It's Wajai time.
Ah! There's that skinny little brat again!
You don't have to talk to me like that, jeez.
I don't think Psychic gives a crap. Look at him, he always like looking at his nails.
Are you trying to piss me off?
Shuichi in the chat telling us like, boy, I'm a father of two. He is. Kim, that is.
Are you mistaking me for somebody else? I've got an idea who it might be.
I think that's hilarious how they all mistake him for Ash.
Yeah.
Well, the two of them were very much bound in this game.
Whatever, man. I'm just trying to go. Whatever,
I'm
man.
like, dude, this stupid psychic.
Like Scoob, the stupid psyche guy keeps insulting me, and I just want to eat the Scooby snack.
Wait. Like, King, this stupid Ash lookalike is trying to fight me, and all I wanted to do was get a Scooby snack.
Oh my god.
That's what your law impression sounds like.
Oh my god.
I'm just ahead. Okay.
Take your time.
Whatever, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and kick your face in with my dragon kick. Just to be sure.
He even named the move. Like, he even told you what he's gonna hit you with. Wow.
Oh, I remember this one.
It's customary to use lambs and goats for sacrifices. But I guess I'll have to make do with a pig this time.
I messed that up so badly. I messed it up so bad. I messed that up so bad.
It doesn't matter.
That was so good.
Right, he got roasted so hard. Jesus Christ. He is a pig. He just got roasted, like Hawaii style. He got put in the ground with a bunch of leaves and got set on fire. He is crispy right now.
That's the reason, like, why I just wish I hadn't fumbled it, because, like, if there's any lines you want to, like, really hit, then you want to get your insults right.
I remember seeing this one when I played Raiden through arcade mode. I'm like, whoa. It's kind of uncalled for. But yeah.
It is very uncalled for.
I think the reason, Jose in the chat, Ash wears red, Psyche wears white. How brain dead these KOF casts really are. Oh, that's right, video game logic. I'll put it like this there. They might be looking at Psyche as if he's like a ripoff. Or like a knockoff. Because you know how like knockoffs and ripoffs, well, I know those two aren't equivalent because knockoffs are not, you know what the intention is, but it's not exact. You know, I think maybe they see him like because they look alike, but the thing is he only just changed the color of his outfit. So it's like, I mean, you might have changed the color of the outfit, but we know who you're trying to be. We know who you're trying to be. I mean, you don't have your hair in your little ponytail or whatever then, but we know who you're trying to be. We know you're trying to be the other pretty boy there.
I feel like,
but I mean,
from a logical standpoint, people are gonna have a change of clothes. So, I mean, you might mistake. Although Psyche does have long hair and Ash has 1950s housewife hair, but
yeah.
But I will put it like this: they are dense because the danger levels of the both of them are certainly not the same.
Yeah. One's considerably more dangerous than the other.
One of them is a cheeky scamp. The other one is hell-bent on destruction despite the fact he's always checking his nails.
Anyways.
You roasted Psyche. I'm about to get turned into some freaking Ash. Wordplay. Keep going.
The only thing he wants to do is turn himself into Ash.
Perfect.
Alright. Pancake, you're still up. You're right in this time. Kind of.
Oh, you're provoking people. I'll give you that. But you're also shortened your own life expectancy.
I mean, that's
I think
relatively
I think-
close to what he would sound like because he's Australian, but yeah.
So I say, yeah, he's Australian, I think, but okay.
I don't know. I just thought about big chunky Scotsman.
Right?
How you doing in my swamp now? I'll crush every single bone in your body and then iron the remains with my foot.
What?
Good to know.
What?
I said that correctly.
No, that wasn't directed at you. I was just like, it was more like, really, Raiden? Really?
Yes, apparently.
Iron the remains of my
I
I
mean,
mean, it's like
we're talking about
I'll
the
give you
same
this
guy
right here.
who literally coughs in your face.
I'll get. Well, I mean, like that's an actual like the mist and stuff. Like you're talking about the green mist, right?
Yeah, poison breath.
That's an actual like thing in wrestling. Like that's an actual thing, like with poison mist and all of that. Despite the fact I actually learned that it really didn't originate like in Japan though, but the reason why it's linked to like Japanese wrestlers is because it was the first person that really did like the mist was a Japanese wrestler. But anyways, it's like that's actually something else. My thing was, I'll
Was it
give
just
you.
like smelly breath? What was it?
What'd you say?
What was it? Like what was it supposed to be like smelling breath? You're talking about in real life, right? Or are you
Okay.
talking about
Oh, so here we go. Wrestling education. So I know for a fact, and I'm gonna get a cheat sheet just to make sure I get it right because I want to give you guys the right info. But you would also, when it comes to mist, like in wrestling or whatever, all of them tend to have there's a context behind it. The different color mists are all basically they apply. I'm gonna use video game terms here. A certain type of crowd control on you. Y'all know what crowd control is, right? Or maybe like your Pokemon status effects or whatnot. Because the poison mist, the green mist is usually meant to blind you. The red mist usually is meant to burn you. I think blue mist puts you to sleep. And I know there's black mist as well, but I forgot what it was though. I'm trying to get it. Because I know like Raiden uses like, because he even like does fire breathing too, because that was a super, I think. He used fire as well. But like the regular one was the poison. Poison. Yes. Okay, Asian mist, fine. Okay, here we go. These are the mist properties, although they've been mentioned already, but here's a brief reminder. The green mist is commonly used to obstruct opponent's vision, blindness, like I said. Red, quite often used, but is said to burn the eyes. Okay. Black is said to blind the opponent for several weeks. So basically, they'll use that as an excuse to take you off the show for a while if you get hit with black mist. Blue mist, as I said, it puts you to sleep. Yellow paralyzes you. And purple causes momentary distraction and memory loss. So there you have it. There's your wrestling trivia for today if you didn't already know.
Alright.
Thank you, Shermie. I knew that stuff would come in handy sometimes. But my thing was when it came to what Raiden said, I'll crush every single bone in your body. But that second thing, I don't know about that.
well, sussy. Well, oh,
Not so much sussy, but the fact would that even or like maybe is he threatening to sit on him? I guess. Okay, I mean, 400-pound guy sitting on you would. I mean, that would hurt, but the wording that doesn't sound threatening. I'm gonna iron the remains with my butt. Like, what the hell?
but in like an aggressive term, completely removes the real like aggressiveness in it.
Yeah.
It's like it went from sounding aggressive to like comical. I'll crush every single bone in your body. Ah! Then I'll iron the remains with my butt. Ah! Oh!
Alright.
I'm not gonna say it. Okay, my turn. Oh dang! Oh dang, Psyche, sheesh. Oink all you want. It's only natural for a sacrifice to squeal on the altar. God damn, he's killing this big mess. Jesus, Psyche. Oh no, don't be mad. Don't be mean to Yuri, please. Another one of those noisy little brats. Can't you just wait quietly for your death to claim you? say.
Nope,
Come on, hit him with something hard.
ain't gonna happen. My liveliness is my trademark.
I swear, people like that love these characters. Y'all are gonna have them in my chat getting on my case about why you love to do this mess. Making my freaking character sound like she freaking got a coconut inside her head. Or a brain.
A coconut? No. Their entire head is a coconut. Their brain is the water inside.
Oh,
Dang,
my
I mean, the milk. The milk.
That's a pretty damn annoying thing to have as a trademark. Alright. Looks like I'm going to have to put an end to this nonsense myself.
I can't believe y'all in the chat actually like me doing Psyche. I thought even though.
You do it better than me and me and Siren.
Oh,
Like,
Lord.
Siren go, okay.
Here comes my.
Whoa, this is perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
the stars are aligning.
Oh, another one. And this ash all white. So, would you care to explain what's going on?
Y'all need to.
The constant Psyche slander, jeez.
And then Mai acknowledges why it might not be that bizarre to see
They
somebody.
say everyone has a twin somewhere in the world, but I'm starting to lose count of you guys. What's up with you people anyway?
Oh Lord, what do you got? What does he have? What does he have?
I could explain, but your goldfish brain would fail to comprehend. I think I'll just kill you instead. That way, you won't have to worry about such trivial matters. Oh no, not King. Oh no, not King. Please, man.
Oh boy, I keep getting the girly
Not
girls.
King. Come on.
Or not the girly
Come
girls.
on,
I just
Psyche.
keep getting
Come
the
on,
chicks.
Psyche.
I keep getting the chicks, and I'm like the person with like probably one of the most deep voices here. So this is good. Okay. Go away, Google. Not Google. You're not Google. Stupid Microsoft thing. Man, I can't. That's not right. Man, I can't get us rest, can I? Are you some kind of Ash impersonator? Or something?
I should have tallied up every time they mention he looks like Ash. I should have just started a tally every time they mention freaking Ash.
My semblance to him is proving to be a bit of a problem. Yes. It seems I'm never taken seriously by those who see me. But I'm sure you will come to regret your insolence once you find out my actual identity.
Game theory. Psyche is King's father. No, I'm just kidding. Oh boy.
Who was the lucky lady that Psyche got with?
I mean, that's a real question. I mean, if Ash is a descendant, what?
Your cruel Maxima.
Just I just imagine that would just sound like, you know his grab sound effect? Yeah, that's what happens. Anyways.
Oh, poor old Maxima. Poor old Maxima.
Alright. Pancake you up.
Pancake.
Hello? Oh. Where'd he go?
Did you lose him?
Guess we'll give it a second here.
Well, time for some vocal exercises. So put it in play, and I'll just roll with it from here on out.
Okay. So your combat strength varies depending on your form, eh? That's like one of those animes I keep hearing about.
I like hearing characters acknowledge like stuff like that.
There might be some changes, but they're nothing major. I'm more than capable of turning you to scrap, no matter which form I take.
I'm afraid I can't let that happen. I'm told if I'm destroyed, I'll release large quantities of toxic waste into the environment.
Wow. Very thoughtful, that man Maximum. Very thoughtful.
What with all the ecological problems this world has been having lately, I can't afford to lose. Oh, okay, we lost him. I'm assuming his computer crashed or his internet cut out or something. But whatever.
How is it that you, born as the tool of some self-proclaimed god, are still allowed to walk the face of the earth?
Yeah, Maximus getting it.
Time to die. No time to be taken apart. That is the fate of all discarded fools.
You talk too much, man. Maybe melting your face off will shut you up. Or will make you shut
Hey,
up.
Dash sounded like he should have been in a Mortal Kombat game wanting to melt people's faces off.
I don't like this flame guy. This guy's flames.
So you hang out with another flame guy. What you talking about? Another fire guy.
Then why did you bother coming here? Were you not aware of the consequences? Surely you're aware that your very presence here denies you the right to complain about being beaten and burned to death.
Okay, at this point right here, we're past the 2-hour mark, so much fun as I've had with this, we're gonna have to close it up here.
Alright.
But absolutely, if y'all seem to enjoy it, so I'm all for continue, like those in the chat and and you and Pancake there. But yeah, I'm down for actually continuing this next week, like once we cover all the other stuff we can. So this was fun. This is actually really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Shattering. Of course, we will catch you all next time. Same. Hold up, wait a minute. There he is. There he is.
Oh, okay.
And then he's gone.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Okay.
Shout out to Pancake, yo.
Pancake.
There,
Well,
you got him back. Got him back.
okay.
Look, I want to at least get him back so we can actually like get the outro going because really enjoyed having him
Pancake?
here.
You there? Said his headset and mic aren't picking up anything. I'm the incarnation of... Oh, okay. He's troubleshooting right now.
I actually really like him, by the way, Curl Bomb. And I actually thought about that when I did the last little bit there. I think I did some that feels above from Grand Blue Versus.
Alright, we'll give him a second and we'll probably do the like normal thing we do at the end.
Oh yeah, dang it. I shouldn't have pieced y'all out then because we didn't get a chance to play, of course. Guess what character is next?
Yeah. We'll wait for Pancake here, but
While we're waiting on Pancake, let me ramble on and give you my predictions because this is gonna be an interesting one. Because notice at this point, we are now at something of a crossroads when it comes to the next character. All right. We've recently got 3 members of the women fighters team with no women fighters team confirmation. We now have, of course, 2 members of the new faces now. Like, looking at everybody who's not on the team yet. Let's see. Let's go down the list of everybody who is not on the team officially at this point. Mai, King, and Yuri Sakazaki, they are not on the team. K-Dash, we saw him in the beginning. He's not on the team yet. Leona. And even though it's pretty much in the stars there, Shermie and Yushiro.
Yeah.
Have I missed out on anybody?
I don't think so.
Because I agree with Curlbomb in the chat there. They have got to complete a team by now because it's been a minute and we got all these characters here just hanging out in the open and there has been no team confirmation yet. Even with the one that everybody thought was going to get confirmed, it didn't happen. I actually think that of the 3, the magical 3, the OG 3, the grand trio of the women fighters, 2 of them are going to be on the women fighters team. 2 of them at the very least. If they wanted to shatter expectations, they would have them all 3 on different teams, but I don't know if that's going to happen. K-State's troubleshooting, but so that makes me kind of wonder though. Will the next character possibly confirm the women fighters team? Or are we about to get not me, but Chris early?
There's also the third option of it. They're just going to show off one of the characters from the other trailer, or just someone else. But let's hope
I'm gonna take a wild guess right here and say that the next character trailer is going to be for another character that we saw earlier, but we have not seen like a character trailer for.
All right.
No gameplay for. Leona is going to be the next trailer. That is my prediction.
All right.
Locked in, no ifs, ands, no buts, no coconuts, just bam. And then name check coconuts twice within the last half an hour. What's up with coconuts?
I don't know.
Leona Hydern is who we're going to see next.
That'd be pretty dope, I guess. We haven't seen much of her.
Matter of fact, I'm going to make it crazier. I'm going to make it crazy. I'm going to make this crazier. Leona Hydern is the 3rd member of the women fighters team. That's it. There we go. Told you I'm going to get crazy with it.
All right.
You want to shatter all expectations, SNK? You want to shatter all expectations? Do that. Do that.
Guess.
That's all I got.
All right. I think the next person they're going to announce is Alice.
Oh. We got some Alice. So you think Alice, I'm going to assume, is, excuse me, is going to complete the trio of KOF 15's women fighters team?
I do think that.
Okay. That's your final answer there?
Yep.
All right. So now we turn to the chat, though. There's like 4 of you left here, but anybody that got any idea, predictions on who the next character trailer is going to be, put it in the chat and let me know if that's your final answer. Because I know a lot of y'all like to be jokesters, because I saw somebody, I think it's Suichi, talking about Duck King again. I do want to see Duck King back though. I think Duck King was a little underrated.
Yeah.
Like I think people look at him like a joke character, but it's like they cleverly integrated the whole breakdancing stuff with him. Like it was really clever. Reluctantly, Shuichi agrees with you and says Alice. Kurobom, if you're here, what you got? Either Chris or someone completing the women fighters. Now, Kuro, before we go, you gotta pick one. Is it gonna be Chris, not me, or somebody completing the women fighters team? Pick one. I won't be that sad about Alice returning if they give her something a little bit new. Not to say I dislike what they had for in the beginning, but one more thing. Cause Ignorant Rizzy pointed this out, and I think is actually a really good point. If you wanna so Kurobom just thinks is gonna be the third member of the women fighters team. Who do you think the third member is gonna be? Who is it? Give me a person. I think all of us are banking on the women fighters team being confirmed this week. Because I said it's Leona, so I'm just picking the craziest, stupidest thing, hoping that SNK shatters expectations. Siren and Suichi both have said Alice, which I'm all for, but I'm gonna get to that in a moment. Matter of fact, as Kurobom is, I guess, thinking about who that third person is gonna be, what I was gonna say was Ignorant Rizzy brought up a good point about basically saying that I guess in the terms of like looking at the characters that we've seen thus far, because basically when the Sherman trailer came out, Rizzy was hoping that we saw more characters that we have not seen in the previous game, because yeah, we get some characters are going to come back because of like storylines and all that, but he said it kind of felt almost like this was KOF 14 with an update with the characters that we saw. So I'm really hoping that there's something hella different about this then. And don't get me wrong, I'm still anticipating the game. Everything looks cool, but that's just something I want to see. I want to see more characters that we didn't have in 14. And if not, have them teamed up differently, give them some new moves, make them play a little bit differently, make them feel fresh. Nobody wants to feel like they're playing something that's a cut and paste.
Yeah.
But that's my last word on that. Oh, you saying, is that 3 for Alice? Is Kurobom going with Alice? Is that 3 for Alice? Because that's going to be Siren, Kurobom, and Suichi. All y'all saying Alice. I'm gonna legit fall out, probably scare my mom to death laughing if it is freaking Alice. I'm like, 3 of them said Alice, and it's like SNK must have specifically snuck in here, listen and watch the podcast. It was like, ooh, they like Alice, let's push her out there right now.
Just Oda watches the.
I'd be surprised. I'd laugh, but I'd be surprised. All right then, so 3 for Alice. That'd be Siren, Kuro, and Suichi saying Alice. Alice is gonna be seen next, and I'm guessing all of y'all are of the opinion that she will complete the women fighters trio this time around.
Yeah.
Whoever that might be, because hey, maybe it might be a switch up. Maybe it'll be my Yuri Sakazaki and Alice. Maybe it'll be that instead. We don't know. Like I said, this is the reason why they're doing pretty good at what they're doing right now. But and Kurobom in the chat says, plus Oda has a Fatal Fury bias and Alice is a Fatal Fury character in his eyes. I mean, she gets a lot of her stuff from Fatal Fury characters, whether their names be Terry, Rock, what say you? I don't mind her as long as they give her like some type of like Number one, hopefully a good enough redesign, or as they've been saying, glow up if you want to be hip about it. And number two, make her feel fresh. I'm cool with the whole, I love Terry, I love Rog, I love da 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 da. I want to be just like him. I mean, hey, that's the reason why we like characters. That's part of the reason why we like characters like Yuri Sakazaki, Sakura, in Street Fighter. They take those well-known fighting styles of these characters that we already love, and there's a spin put on them. But like, they've got to make her fresh if it is Alice. They've got to make her fresh. That's all I gotta say. You got any announcements there, Siren? Any extra comments? Anything else?
Let's see. In terms of announcements, I don't know. If you haven't already, I guess check out my reaction to Shermie. Check out my Mugen Mondays thing. I didn't quite get through it because I wouldn't say I rage quitted because I didn't really rage quit. I just got the buttons all really badly mixed up when I was trying to input them because I don't know, they're so really bizarre.
Why do you continue to do this to yourself? Why do you do this? Why do you keep telling on yourself to me? You know what that means I have to do, right? I know we're about to go, but you just admitted to it, so... Keep telling me he be rage quitting. Nah, I know you did. I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
But...
Although I definitely can say that the AI was, oh my god. Like, the thing is, it's like, imagine, like, I remember wishing that AI and SNK games were a little bit more aggressive and would not just wait for you to attack. And then this thing happens where this guy made it so in this game, for free, without max mode, you can special to special cancel without having to break any kind of meter or anything. And then they would just combo me. Oh, not to mention the ultimate thing that I hate. And like, wow, these AI have less respect than most online players. They literally intentionally bring you into the corner. I'm not even joking.
Man. Telling you, man. And this man, Siren, Siren doesn't want to just brawl. He wants to play somebody. He wants to fight the brawlers. It's not just enough to freaking. That's another thing I'm talking about. This is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna address, and we gotta close it up there. Like Kura and Suichi are actually making interesting points about Alice, but Kuro mentioned, like, I think people hated the whole she's dizzy after doing moves. I mean, if that interfered with, like, you know, gameplay mechanics, I could see that, though. But far as, like, just adding a little bit of a personality to a character, I think it was fine. It kind of reminds me of Kyoshiro in Samurai Showdown when he does, like, his little DP, basically, where he leaps in the air and spins around, like, with his naginata. When he lands, he usually, like, he won't do it as much as Alice does, but like he kind of motions his head like he's dizzy or whatever from all the spinning. But you know, and Suichi finally is like, I just think she looks a little boring. Too normal blonde girl with the cap. Her gameplay is okay. That is the reason why I say they have got to make her fresh. I know looks aren't everything, and believe me, I am a proponent of that. Like, Shermie's glow up, her updated design is great, but the gameplay also stuck too. Because think about it, if Shermie was just a good visual design but a boring character, I don't think the hype that she got wouldn't have like been as much of a supernova as it was. Like, I think her trailer right now has the second most views of any character revealed in KOF 15 thus far. Because last time I checked, she was only behind Kyo. But the thing about it was, Kyo had like something in the upper 600K. But Shermie got there. Like, see, Kyo is there now,
But Shermie got to that 600K threshold in only a couple of days. Her trailer's only been out for a handful of days, and she's already at the 600K threshold. I don't know if Max said something like this, but like, do not underestimate the power of thirst. I'm like, that's true, but imagine if Shermie had the most boring playstyle in the game. I don't think any amount of titillage would have somebody inching over to freaking play her. So sooner or later, you're gonna get bored. And that's what I really just want for Alice. Just to clarify, because I'm pretty sure people are thinking like, oh, you tell me Alice needs thickness? I mean, no, but
Just a little bit.
you gotta feel fresh. That's all I gotta say. I mean, that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's like, Jesus gotta be fresh.
Yeah.
Make her fresh, like, freshen her up then. Y'all made Mason-kun a bit more fresh, so it's like, come on.
Hello?
Hi.
There he is.
Hey.
I bought just enough time.
So my headset isn't working. So I'm gonna dip out. Sorry, I had to leave midway through.
Yeah, you're good, because
But,
we're
thanks for letting me be here.
actually we were about to close up then, so you're just on
Oh,
time, but
okay.
he just freaking drifted away. But you know what? That might as well be the cue for us to go ahead and say thank you all for joining us there. This was fun. This was
Yeah.
fun. Until next time, this is Chris Lotus, Siren Richardson. Check us out next week. We will see you all then.
Yep. Make sure to catch
Kuro's
us at
awesome.
the character reactions as well.
Yeah, Kuro's freaking funny. So I was like, damn, Pancake, you died. I was so worried. Thank you all again for watching and joining us. We're glad you enjoyed this new little something that we tried. And we're trying to make, like, similar to what I was talking about with us. We want to make everything fresh. We're trying to make everything more fun. That's all I gotta say.
I did try to
But
get
until
some
what's
other
up?
KOF YouTubers on here, but the one I tried to get works on Saturdays, so I couldn't figure anything out there. But
I mean, hey,
important thing is I tried. And I tried to get Chief, but he never responded, so whatever.
That's cool though. But yeah, this is the Shattering, and we will all catch you for realsies. We better break out this time because I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I want to eat. Till next time, this Shattering podcast, and we will catch you all next time. Take care. Be safe out there. See ya. I don't want to say good night because I'm like some people watching on the sides of the world. See y'all.
Yeah.